Got to be aware of the inbounder here if you're Philly.
It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger? Game! Series! Toronto has won! Fourth-quarter points by Kawhi Leonard. And the game winner, 41 points.
Addis, as my boy Drizzy Drake, to quote him from 3 years ago, real Fridays are heading on to the Eastern Conference Finals, boy, on a buzzer beater winner by Kawhi Leonard, and now the Toronto Raptors are one step closer to retaining Kawhi Leonard, and yes, winning an NBA championship. But I don't know what's more important at this point.
That's what we're worrying about right now. That's why we're still in the playoffs.
Yeah, but
championship.
If he doesn't do that and they don't move on, there's no chance he's staying. But let's get right into it.
You think conference finals not good enough for him?
No, I mean semifinals was nothing. Now he's in the conference finals. I think he might actually think and consider about staying.
You saw Woj put up that there's rumors that he's been discussing staying here.
Well, no shit. He'd be stupid to not just think about it. But let's dive into it. That was one of the best basketball games in terms of the animosity that I've seen that Golden State wasn't involved in in the last, say, 3 years.
My emotions were on a roller coaster ride. Honestly, I was going up, down, up. Fuck the Raptors. Let's go.
When with 24 seconds left when Kawhi Leonard missed that second free throw,
I couldn't believe it.
I was standing at this very spot.
That's a LeBron move. You don't do that.
Screaming. I was like, dude, are you effing kidding me? That is the biggest botch in Raptors history. And then
himself.
He debatably, do you think that is the greatest shot, biggest moment in Toronto Raptors franchise history?
Hands down. It's been 18 years since that Vince Carter turnaround fadeaway shot, basically the exact same shot,
just other side.
And just other side. But that's all of that. That's been our narrative almost. You get to the finals, you get to a good spot, and you just can't make it. You can't break that seal and just become that next level team.
So I'm curious. That ball seemed like it was in the air for 75 minutes.
I know. Yeah.
What was your emotions? Because I know for I went like 7 different thoughts in my head within that 3 seconds. What were you thinking off that? When you released it, and then you saw that first bounce, second bounce, third bounce, and it goes in. Oh, this is heart-wrenching.
I'm telling you, as soon as, they took off Siakam, they put in Van Fleet, everyone else around just gave up on the Raptors. Like, oh, fuck, it's going to go into overtime, and we're probably going to lose in overtime. And I told myself in my heart, I'm like, there's something in the air. We got a Kobe moment coming. We got a Michael Jordan moment coming.
Legendary
we got that
moment.
Damian Lillard shut down to OKC moment coming. And it happened. My heart, I actually have proof.
What proof do you have? I was wondering when you walked in with that backpack. Why is this guy bringing a backpack with just a notebook?
This is the exact same shirt I had during the game on. I was holding on to the collar for that last game-winning shot. Ripped it completely in half.
Wow.
He made me feel like the Hulk.
He brought
the spirits up of every Toronto fan in Toronto.
You may be beast mode, but if I remember correct, we each got the same shirt when we went to Jurassic Park a couple years ago.
That's a sign. That's the old Raptors I just ripped out of. We ain't the old Raptors no more.
What I'm gonna say,
Raptors
the
right
shirt
now.
was once closed like this, and now it's opened up
completely, right in half.
Just because you think you're D's. This is not Year Strong. This is MLSE giving out cheap T-shirts. Cheap T-shirts. MLSE, give us some damn
fact. That was way too easy to do.
Give us some serious fabric to work with.
No shit.
Some good material. But that's how crazy this game was.
I've never had this moment as a Raptors fan. Never.
I was super ecstatic 3 years ago when we beat Miami in the semifinals, Game 7 as well, to go to the conference finals and play LeBron. But this tops that because you have a top 5 player in the league, the greatest Toronto Raptor player ever. And I know how good Milwaukee is, but that's Giannis, not LeBron James. And LeBron James 3 years ago was beast mode on steroids. And now the Raptors have a legitimate chance to make a run, and they've been on a run, but to go even further. So I'm ecstatic about it, and now they got to get down and just focus on Milwaukee and what they are going to pose as a challenge. But
where do you see the real threat in that series, though? You think it's all Giannis?
We're already moving past this game, eh? The real threat is the defensive matchups and the three-point shooting of Milwaukee. Every guy essentially in their starting lineup can spread the floor and hit shots. And for the Raptors, you saw that's not the same story. And what a big problem I think is Danny Green's fallen off the last few games.
Completely.
Me and my uncle Flavio over some beers last night got into it. He hates Danny Green. It's like, buddy, watch him game 7. And he had 3 points in 30 minutes, got benched in the 4th. So you need him to come alive, because if you cannot match their shooting, it's going to be a long, difficult series.
Listen, he took 1 3 today. That's his game, the 3-point game. And he took 1 today. That shows the level of confidence that he really had in shooting tonight.
Well, he had only 3 field goal attempts. And 1 was a 3-pointer. And then the 2, I guess, were inside looks. And you only had 2 points on the night. And that's a guy who can be an X factor. Serge Ibaka was surprisingly decent from the 3-point line tonight. 3 of 5, as you can see over there. Marc Gasol was only 1 of 4. He looked kind of weak chucking them up, but I expect Gasol to only hit 25% of his 3-pointers. So it is what it is. And one thing I'm looking forward to is Siakam's now got a couple days, right? Today is a Sunday night. He's got Monday, Tuesday to heal up that calf. And come ready, because we need you against Milwaukee. We cannot have a 38-minute, 11-point Pascal Siakam if we have any chance of moving on to the NBA Finals. It's not possible.
You know what's crazy? You want to talk about improvement? Remember a few podcasts ago we were talking about Serge Ibaka's plus and minus?
Yeah.
He was at a negative 27.
And what was
and we were raving at it, but he's at a positive 22 here.
And
that's a big step up, especially when it mattered.
And the one thing that stuck at me checking the box score after the game, Kawhi Leonard was a -2 on the night.
But it's hard when you're playing 43 minutes. It's different.
But 16 of 39, came through in the clutch, 41 points. But up until 6 minutes left in the 4th, you think he was having a classic Russell Westbrook type game, just chucking up shots. He was not thriving. But here's the thing, I'll live and die with him because we need him to do that. And he was just trying to get himself going. But with 5:40 left, what does he do? He hits a mid-range jumper from the elbow, his patented shot. And then with 4:20 left, hits another from the elbow, then another 3-pointer. And then, obviously, that game winner. So he's able to get it going when we needed him, just like Steph did in the second half for Golden State. And those are the top players in the league. And we were talking about how Steph is out of that top 5 in the playoffs. That might have changed it. But same thing with Kawhi. It's, you're a gamer, come to play when it matters. And he showed up, and I'm still in utter shock that he even hit that shot. Because for me, it was classic Toronto Raptors fashion, Toronto sports fashion. When he misses that free throw, and Jimmy Butler hits the layup, tie game. I was almost about to start crying because I was like, this is going to overtime. Raptors are not going to have the legs. We're going to find some way to lose in overtime. And now this is the first time all season through 82 games and the playoffs, 2 rounds, that I truly now believe this is a different Toronto Raptors team.
Let me tell you why Kawhi Leonard's night was not a Westbrook night.
Okay.
Nowhere close to it. Every time these nights that you're talking about is overshooting, your shot's not going, but you keep tossing it up. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
When Russ does that, his team is getting bodied. Kawhi did that, and Steph Curry did that, maybe for the little beginning part.
Steph still ended 9 of 20, though.
It's not how you start, it's how you end. That's why I'm saying it's not a Westbrook thing.
And
Westbrook starts the same way that he ends.
And Russ will have that last chance shot and then clank it, where Kawhi...
Or he'll toss it up, it'll be a bad shot.
I give him all the credit. With 5:40 left, he took over this game.
Exactly.
And another guy who...
It's about how you finish, not how you start.
Everybody's been dogging on Kyle Lowry throughout the playoffs, throughout his career playoff tenure with the Toronto Raptors. And I know he only had 10 points tonight, shot 4 of 13, only 1 of 7 from deep. But man, did this guy ever bring the energy, the tenacity,
the hustle,
the defense?
That's what
Joel
I wanted to
Embiid
see.
was trying to post him up with 3 minutes left and couldn't.
He couldn't.
He had no chance. It was impossible.
He honestly plays better defense on the bigger man than the smaller guys.
Yeah.
Guys in his position.
But with about 2 minutes left, Kyle Lowry had a nice layup.
Yeah.
It was the big fadeaway, 7 minutes. Then he had a layup. And then, as I have noted here, he gets the steal off Embiid that leads to somebody hit the layup, got the foul, 3 points, and then went to a 4-point lead with 1:14 left off his steal off Joel Embiid when he jumped the lane. If that doesn't happen, this win doesn't happen. In the third quarter, he took a charge against Joel Embiid, and I don't know if you can pay me enough to take a charge from Joel Embiid.
That was a hard one too.
Right? And then in the fourth, I forget who he took the charge against, but took another one in the fourth.
I think it might have been Baca, maybe.
Kyle Lowry took a charge from Ibaka.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about that took a charge on the Raptors.
No, Lowry took one in the third, one in the fourth. And it's just hats off to this guy. He does whatever it takes to win. So get off his damn back, all you haters. He may not be putting up the points you need, but he does so many other intangible things.
I feel like this is, people are mad at him because it's inconsistency. It's not about, he doesn't hustle like this every time we play.
He does, man. People just don't notice it. When they win, they don't care. You
see, when they're down by 20, I can see that motivation, everything fade away. He's more focused on other things going on in the court, such as bad calls from refs and stuff like that. That's not gonna win you games. You see, tonight he was focused. He got a bad. He didn't get his call. He looked at the ref, gave him back, and kept playing.
And that's what we talked about when in that segment boiled over. And what did he do? He did the CP3 terrible call, offensive foul, and just handed the ball to the ref. Got set back on defense. So he's matured, and you could tell he was ready to his game today. I still think people rip on him too much in losses or wins, but tonight was a night where Kyle Lowry was your biggest leader, the guy you needed. But the next biggest player who stepped up, especially off the bench when our bench has been atrocious, Serge Ibaka.
I know. What a moment to finally step up.
Game 7. You know,
Thank you.
He's been there.
Thank you, Ibaka.
He's been there. He's played, I think, 3 or 4 Game 7s, so he knows what it takes. The 3-pointer over Ben Simmons from the far sideline with like 0 seconds left on the shot clock, and he just waited and waited, and then like a semi fadeaway to the right. When he took the shot, I'm like, oh, Serge, bro, hits another one. Was good on the glass too. Brought energy, and that's what you need, because Gasol has been a passenger throughout all of the playoffs. Again, gets 11 rebounds, but 7 points, 3 for 8 field goals. I like that at least he was chucking them up and not hesitating today. But he didn't even look like he was convinced that he had a chance to make the shots. So when he's doing that,
early in the fourth, he
Serge.
took that 3 and just banged it right away, just to start it up.
Yeah, he'll hit 1 of 4 here and there.
Yeah, but he's taking them when he's missing them. That's what I'm liking.
What do you think of going big? Nurse used it throughout the series once Siakam got hurt, putting Gasol and Ibaka out there together. And then throughout much of the fourth quarter, up until when he took out Siakam with 12 seconds left for Fred for free throw opportunities, he had Kyle Lowry, Danny Green was on the bench because he was terrible tonight, and then Kawhi Leonard. So Kyle Lowry, Kawhi Leonard, Pascal Siakam, Serge Ibaka, Marc Gasol. And when that happened, I was like, this movement and stuff is going to be stagnant. But it wasn't. Everybody was still fluid and impacting the game. Do you think that's something that they should use moving forward? And against a team like Milwaukee, is that going to be effective?
I saw that in the first half too. Late in the first half, they had Van Fleet on. And they had the 3 big men. They had Siakam, Serge Ibaka, and Marc Gasol.
Yep.
I think when you need a rebound and you need second chance points, that's the perfect 3 to have on the inside. Especially when you're coming up a big team like Milwaukee. It's going to be a perfect setup for them. Especially to grab the rebounds.
You got Giannis, who's a beast inside.
Exactly.
You got Brook Lopez, who, even though he's been a good shooter, he's going to be banging and grinding down low. And then Chris Middleton, oversized guard, undersized forward. He can spread the floor, but he's probably going to go inside as well. You got Pat Connaughton, who's starting to get a lot more minutes. He's another guard forward. Guy's going to go inside. George Hill doesn't shoot as much. So I think it's something that can work, but I don't think you can use that as much as you did against Philly in the last 2 games because of their speed. And Chris Middleton, he can step it out, and he can versatility is his game, right? And Giannis, even though he's not going to be shooting as well,
he's a lot quicker than someone like Embiid.
Exactly, right? And so I think let's shift our focus. We know the Raptors had a great series against Philly. It was a battle back and forth.
Great ending to it.
And
thank you.
That's why I want to quote Drake, because that is, I think, wraps up the series. Real fighters moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals. These guys fought and scrapped. Even when they came out flat for games, they never got down on themselves.
They didn't give up.
Came to fight the next game. That was a tough Game 6 loss, man. You got punched in the chin, slapped in the face, and these guys held their heads up and came swinging tonight.
Even coming into the second half of this game, they're down. They had an 18-0 run for Philadelphia.
Oh, it was crazy.
You know, like to come back from stuff like that.
You were up
That's what I
9.
wanna see.
They were up 9 points and then let a 16-0 run go before they stopped it with a 2-pointer.
Sure.